fella and fellaettes of the Pokemon gaming community. What the frick is poppin'? It's your man with the plan, the man you gotta stand, Jordan Crouton Moore, coming at you guys with some more Pokemon Showdown Show-Out, man. Who knows what kind of mess we're gonna get ourselves into this time, but I got something for you guys. Okay, you ready? We done RU, all right? We done OU, because, you know, we had that Stunfisk, we had the Maractus, we got all that garbage, man. So out of the way. It's time to rock with some UU, man. It's time to do some UU straight up here. Let's see what kind of stuff we want to be rocking. Who knows what kind of team's going to work? Who knows what kind isn't going to work? But we sure as heck are going to figure that out together today, man. So let's find out some mods that we want to be using here. A mod that immediately catches my attention, like right off the bat, is Poltegeist. I think that could be a really cool mod to be using here. I think Cinescorch could also be cool, as do I think Inteleon would be as well, like a Specs Inteleon. So I may want to incorporate some of those guys in here onto this team. But before we even get started, leave a like, leave a comment. Tell me what your favorite part of this whole quarantine thing has been. I can tell you right now, my favorite part has been going to the lake every other weekend, because I got this lake house with my grandparents, man. We've been going up there. We've been riding on the boat. We've been canoeing. We've been fishing, man. It's been a ton of fun down here in Arkansas. You already know that we got a whole bunch of lakes down here, but let me know what your favorite part of this quarantine thing has been, because all the stuff is about bad stuff. Like, oh man, I don't get to see all these friends. I don't get to see all these people. Let me know what you've been enjoying about this long break that we've had. It's been good for me, getting away from the college for a little bit, being able to get back home, chilling, getting on that YouTube grind, killing all that stuff. So for me, I've been loving kind of having this little time off, but I know for a lot of people it's not been as fortunate, as I'm just a full-time student. But we're going to get away from all that sad stuff right now, and let's focus in on some of this Pokemon stuff. So be sure to get down there in the comments. Let me know what your favorite part of quarantine been, and be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell so you know what I'm doing. And I also want to talk to you guys real quick before we get straight into the video about the schedule that I'm going to be doing, because I'm going to be making some crazy stuff out here in the next couple weeks. Starting on Monday, every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to be having a brand new series that's going to be on my Nintendo Switch. As you guys know, that I mentioned in the last episode, I play a lot of VGC, man. I play a lot of it, and I have never ever tried to get into Master Ball tier on VGC on my Nintendo Switch. So that's what we're going to be doing. We're doing some road to Master Ball tier, man, over here on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Every single weekday we're going to be having some Pokemon Showdown Show-Out with a whole bunch of different mons and a whole bunch of different tiers. And be sure to let me know in the comments what mon you want to see me use next, because I will of course be listening. And then on the weekends, we're going to be starting a playthrough of Pokemon Sword and Shield. I'm going to let you know what a competitive player thinks in his mind while he's playing through a stupid little game like Pokemon Sword and Shield that's meant for a bunch of little kids. So on the weekends, we got all that stuff to look forward to. Every single weekday, we got right here, right now, Pokemon Showdown Show-Out. On Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to have Road to Master Ball tier. And sometimes, if you guys are nice, I may let you have a little bit of extra Showdown Show-Out, a little bit of extra Master Ball tier. You know how it goes. But let's find them on to use for today's episode. And right off the bat, man, I am really liking Inteleon, man. I think Inteleon could be such a cool mon to kind of rock with, although I also think Slurpuff could be really cool. I'm burdened with the berry with that belly drum kind of coming out, a nice Haxorus switch in whenever we get to it. So I really like Slurpuff as well, especially if it's like a banded Haxorus. We can play around that boy like crazy. So let's try to figure out what we want to do. Why don't we take all that stuff and let's just roll it into one, man. Let's roll it all into one. How does that sound, ladies and gents? Let's do that. Let's take that Slurpuff, because you already know that I'm wanting to run an unburdened belly drum Slurpuff, because that thing is just a threat at the end of the game, man. Man, you know we got to put this Blastoise on this team, bro. You know, because I like Blastoise and Slurpuff to kind of get rid of some rocks. So let's run like a rapid spin, like kind of like support Blastoise here. I think it'd be really cool with maybe like some leftovers or an assault vest even. I think it'd be really sick. Let's see what we got here. I think Incineroar is a really good fire type mon, but I kind of want to go down and look at some different tiers and try to find something cool to rock with. Let's see what we got here, man. Yeah, man, I think you know, man, I think I want to rock a weird fire type. I'm feeling a little frisky, you know? Feeling a little frisky. I'm feeling like some Turtonator. I'm feeling like some Specs Turtonator, my man. I'm feeling like Specs Turtonator. How crazy is that? How crazy am I feeling today, man? I know I just said like the other day I ain't using no Turtonator, but look at me changing my mind. Look at me changing my mind. Grass type, what we rocking, man? I really like running some Roserade, man. I think Roserade's a really underrated mon, high key, but I don't really want to rock Roserade today. I think that's a good mon for a different episode. Getting their own thing going, their own thing. I think Serena could be cool. I think Serena's cool as like a life orb or leftovers type mon. Of course, that's another rapid spinner, so we wouldn't really need to run that on Blastoise. We can actually change Blastoise from... Well, actually, no, I like Assault Vest Blastoise, so I think we're going to keep him like that. Let's see what else we want to run on this team. Turtonator, Blastoise, we got a Fairy and a Dragon and a Water Fire. Because, of course, you already know who it is. I got to go ahead and get all those things going. Yo, what you boys thinking about some Doublade up in here? No. Lucario up in here for getting that steal. Boy, we gonna kill it. We gonna kill it. Look at this Lucario coming up in here. Oh, beautiful. So now I'm trying to find some things that we got for I kind of want to run Poltegeist because it was kind of cool to to look a little bit at. So I kind of want to run that Poltegeist up in here, but I'm thinking we got too many sweepers now if we run Poltegeist, so maybe we ain't going too incredibly completely offensive, you know. Let's see. So we got that Fairy Dragon Steel Core. We need a Grass type for that for that Fire Water Grass Core. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what kind of mons they want us to be rocking. Man, there's some cool stuff. I think Decidueye could be real cool. I also think Delmise could be cool himself. Dude, you know what? I kind of like Decidueye, man. But I also really like Delmise. But Delmise, once again, just kind of... I've used him before. I don't want to use him again, you know? You know how it be, dude? You know what I'm trying to say? You know what I'm trying to use? I'm trying to use Vileplume, my man. I'm trying to use Vileplume. Let's do it. Let's use Vileplume. Vileplume is as our grass type, man. And last mon here, I kind of want to find something a little bit bulky, something that could take some hits. So let's see here. What's something that could take some hits? I think Gigalith could take some hits, man. Kind of bring Gigalith in as like as a rocker, kind of looking like. I think that could be really cool. Yeah, I like Gigalith. I like Jigalith. Up in here. So Slurpuff, man, you already know we gotta put that Mago Berry on this, or not Mago Berry, my bad. You already know we gotta put that Figgy Berry on this boy. We getting that Unburden, we getting that Belly Drum. How about some Play Rough up in his house? Some Drain Punch. Man, I'm thinking about Sub, but that's just so weird to me. Adding Sub on this boy. Like, I don't really know what else I'd be rocking, you know. I think Sub's kind of cool. Sub, Belly Drum, Slurpuff. I think that could really work. But I also think Sticky Web could be really cool too, just to make sure that I really outspeed with some stuff. But at the end of the day, I don't really need Sticky Web, because if I'm bringing in Slurpuff, I'm not trying to set anything up. I'm just trying to win the game outright. So I think Facade could be cool, just in case they burn me, you know, kind of stuff. And this is the exact set that I would want to be running, because I don't need max speed for really anything. So I kind of like that. Since HP is pretty high compared to the other defensive stats, I think HP is the correct one to be running here with that forehand. So I think that this Slurpuff set's really gonna be doing some damage, man. Blastoise coming out now. I think I want to run some AV. I think I want to run AV with, of course, Torrent with that Rapid Spin. I'm thinking like Ice Beam, because realistically, like, what is? Let's go to my calc here and I'll look up some Blastoise. And let's say we use this one right here, and we go to Flygon, because Flygon is normally Scarfed, although it can be banded. Like, what is he doing to me? Like, realistically, even if he is banded instead of instead of Scarf. Like, he's not one-shot me, and we one-shot back with Ice Beam. So I really like Ice Beam. I like the Aura Sphere, and I like the Scald coming out here with this guy, with this man right here. Because Scald, of course, getting that chance for the burns, and I think burns are always pretty good, no matter what mon you get it with. And this is the exact one I'd be want to run. A lot of special attack, a lot of HP, a little bit in special defense, kind of making this thing kind of bulky, but also being able to take a lot of these attacks, rapid spin, some hazards away, do all that jazz. So Turtonator is the next one that we got to come up with, man. And I'm telling you right now, man, I don't know what this thing does. I absolutely don't know what this thing does, but I can tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to put some choice specs on this boy. This is what I'm going to do. We're going to put that Shell Armor. We're going to put that Draco Meteor. We're going to put that Fire Blast. We're going to put that... Actually, I don't know what else I want to put on this boy. Oh, do Flash Cannon and Focus Blast. That's exactly what it is, man. It's exactly what we're running. That's exactly, because that helps hit some fairy types too, in case we're in on fairy types that don't outspeed 108, which I think is impossible for a fairy type. This is a great set, man. Let's walk into Lucario now. So Lucario here, I'm thinking about maybe Expert Belt, but Life Orb also makes a lot of sense to me. Expert Belt makes a lot of sense to me simply because we can kind of switch around, make some different moves. But Life Orb does make him a little bit more of a threat, in my opinion. So I think I'm going to rock some Life Orb. I think Justified is probably the best move to rock with. So I think Justified is probably the best thing to rock with. I want to run some Swords Dance because I just feel like that's the best Lucario set, in my opinion. I'm going to run that Close Combat. I want to run Bullet Punch as well. If I can find that on here, right there. I want to run Swords Dance, Close Combat, Bullet Punch, and then the last move can kind of be anything. But I think probably, well, you know, actually, I was kind of thinking Ice Punch to hit the Flygon, but Flygon's gonna be able to kill us back, especially if he's Scarfed. So that's probably not the best idea in the world. Thunder Punch could be like a cool little tech to kind of rock with Jellicent whenever that thing comes in here. Zen Headbutt could also be cool to kind of hit that Galarian Weezing. Wait, hold up. So if I'm rocking a Lucario, you use Swords Dance here. Oh yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. I forgot that he got Extreme Speed. Extreme Speed's definitely better than Bullet Punch. And then where's it at? Meteor Mash. It's gonna be the best one. So let's rock with that. So far we got Figgy Berry, Slurpuff with Unburden, Belly Drum, Play Rough, Drain Punch, Facade, Assault Vest, Blastoise, Choice Specs, Turtonator, Life Orb, Lucario, and now on to Vileplume, man. What does Vileplume even run, dude? I would imagine it's probably Black Sludge. I would imagine Black Sludge is probably what it runs. But like, what else we gonna run, dude? I think Effect Spore makes a lot of sense. I think Aromatherapy could be cool. Giga Drain. Just kind of as like a mon that can switch into some stuff. I think Sludge Wave, or I think Strength Sap is actually probably a better run than that, and maybe like Toxic I think could be cool as well. So I think that's probably what I want to run: Aromatherapy, Giga Drain, Strength Sap, and Toxic. Although I really don't know what I need Aromatherapy for unless Lucario gets burned. That'd be pretty much it. So I don't really want to run an Aromatherapy. What do I run instead, though? You know? Sleep Powder could be a cool tech. Sludge Wave could also be good to hit fairy types as well. I think I'm going to go Sludge Bomb. No, Sludge Wave. Wave is the best play. Wave is definitely the best play here. And then I think I want to run Max HP because it just has to. Max Special Defense. And probably just a little bit here and run the Calm Nature. I think it's just the best thing to do for Vileplume. Just bring it max. It's going to be able to tank some hits that way. And that's all you can really beg for with Vileplume. I really like this set too because it allows us to kind of get some damage off on some fairy types too. Because there are a lot of fairy types in this tier coming And I'm actually curious to see, because one of the biggest threats right now is Gardevoir, and I wanna check whenever I get this team done here with this last Gigalith set, which is just gonna be simple. I'm probably gonna run Rocky Helmet, Sturdy, with like Earthquake, probably Stealth Rock, Stone Edge, and like I don't know, man, probably something like. Super Power could be cool to kind of catch things off guard. Probably like Heavy Slam. Just rocking 3 attack thing here with max HP, max attack, and probably a little bit of special defense here. And run that Adamant Nature. Is just what I'm going to be rocking with. So now that we got a cool team here, I'm gonna export, import stuff, get that Command C, put these boys into a calculator. Let me refresh this real quick. And import this team here, and let's see what we got. Let's see what we rocking here. I am curious to see what Vileplume is doing against a Gardevoir. So Gardevoir obviously going to be able to pick up a KO here if it's specs. Sludge Wave is coming close to knocking us out, but I actually want to check. So Gardevoir is most commonly Scarf. If he's Scarf, he ain't killing. And we 2-shot, which is good. Getting any amount of chip on this thing is going to be good. And then I would imagine that from the 84, we can bring in Lucario, and E-Speed's easily going to take this thing out. Yeah, it is, even without a Swords Dance. So this thing's just, I really think this team's going to actually be pretty good. We got some weird crap on here. We got a Turtonator. I don't really know what Turtonator's going to do. Let's see here. So we go over this custom set, and like Turtonator's scary, like for some respects, but at the other hand, man, Turtonator also really kind of struggles against some bigger threats here. Like as you can see, Galarian Weezing, stuff like that, I think he's going to definitely struggle with. Just out of curiosity, I do want to see what he's looking like against a Galarian Weezing. He's actually killing with pretty much all of his moves. Fire Blast, Flash Cannon, KOs. Both of those do against Galarian Weezing. So, honestly, I think we're going to be looking pretty good with Turtonator. So, I think we got a good team here. I think we got a real interesting team, as you guys can see. Got that logo in the back with that Crouton ASU looking stuff. It's going to be real fun. So, I'm going to go ahead and pause until we find a game. I'll be right back. Alright, so we got our first game here. We're rocking with Yellow 31074888. Nice name. And we got a really interesting team here. I really actually kind of like, oh dude, I accidentally turned my background to Chandelure. Freaking come on, man. But we got an interesting team here coming for you guys, and I really like the look of this dude's team. I like our team as well. I think Slurpuff definitely wins this game if we're able to get rid of the Roserade. I think is the only thing that's really standing in its way, honestly. Chandelure could prove to be a little bit of an issue, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. But at the end of the day, I do think that just leading Gigalith is probably my best play. He doesn't really have many good switch-ins to a Gigalith, and he's definitely not going to KO me in one shot with Golisopod, I don't believe. I can check that real quick. We'll see what happens here, but I don't think he should be able to one-shot Gigalith with a Golisopod. Yeah, no, he's not killing, and we're nearly killing with Stone Edge. We at least get him out with Stone Edge, so I feel like it's our best play just to click it. He goes for the Ice Beam, but he gets the Freeze. Oh, that's huge. That's not fun right at the beginning of the game is what that is. That's just not fun. I'm going to go for the Vileplume here, and that's really unfortunate, man. That is super unfortunate. I'm going to go Vileplume here on the Ice Beam. If he got another freeze, I was probably just going to quit and just pretend like this game never happened. But we're going to go for the Toxic right here. And I feel like that's just our best play on an incoming Mon, because I don't think he's going to stay in here with Golisopod. I think he could go maybe into Chandelure, maybe into Flygon. I don't think, or even into Gardevoir. But he actually does stay in and just go for a Leech Life, which is quite interesting in my opinion. I don't think that was the right play at all, as now I can just go for a Strength Sap and knock him down pretty far, which I think is probably my best play. Now, there are a couple moves that he can make, but pretty much all of the ones that are good for him to make, I benefit off of this. He goes for the poison jab, trying to get a poison. It's not going to happen, though, and we knock him down again, so... And even this time, he's at a little bit of a disadvantage. I'm going to go for the Toxic again. I don't think there's any way he stays in on this turn. I think he switches something else in, and I think we get a Toxic on something else. I think there's a chance he could go Roserade, but I don't see that crap happening, man. I don't see him going into Roserade right about now. I think that doesn't make a lot of sense. So he just goes for an Ice Beam now, and we stay in here. I don't really know what he's thinking he's doing here to my Vileplume, but this thing completely walls Heap. I don't know why he's not switching out. Like, that just makes no sense to me, why he would keep this thing in. And, like, I'm not that low on the ladder either. Like I would expect something bigger to happen. Yeah, no, he's just going for Ice Beams. He must be trying to get freezes. As we finally get his emergency exit activated, which means he has to switch out into something else. And best case scenario, he goes into... honestly, I think best case scenario is he goes into Chandelure, because we can freely get in Gigalith. And hopefully he'll hit me with a fire type move, and we can thaw. So that's the hope. That's the prayer. I don't know what he's going to go for, though. This person sure has taken a long time to decide the moves to only Ice Beam with a physical attacker, man. This is a weird set. Weird set. I wonder if he even has First Impression. I'd run First Impression over Ice Beam. No, there's no way he has a First Impression. He needs to have Liquidation on this thing. But to think he didn't even go for it on the Gigalith, you know? Anyway, I'm going to go into Gigalith here and just try to see if there's any way that we can get unthawed soon. It's looking like this is just going to be a time loss here for yellow 3107488. It's looking like he's just going to go to time, which is kind of annoying, but, you know, at the same time, it's okay. It's all good. Yeah, he's only got 10 seconds left. I got a feeling that this is probably going to be a game over. And there we go. We thaw out from that, which is awesome. And at this point, I'm just going to go for the Stealth Rocks. Because what are you going to do to me? I mean, I guess he could have Energy Ball, but I'm expecting this thing to be Scarfed. Or Specs, but it looks like he's just going to take the L right here, and we win the battle due to forfeit. As you can see, Chandelure's right here. But you know what? I'm going to fix that real quick. Give me 1 second. Boom! Look at that. We already back. We already back, baby. So let's go ahead and let's jump straight into another game. Hopefully we'll find one pretty quickly. Let's see. And we do. We run into Dad Bod Todd. I really like that name. He's got a really cool team. Yo, he's got a really cool team. He's got Blastoise, Haxorus, and Weezing, which I would assume is probably his big core. He's got a Rotom Fan. He's got a Morpeko, and he's got a Phalanx. Phalanx is a mon that I wish was a lot better than it actually is, because that mon is just not that great, unfortunately. But I need to stop talking before he ends up sweeping me. This is what I need to do. So I honestly think that rocks are going to be pretty good in this game. Although I feel like he can't rapid spin them away with Morpeko. I feel like they're going to be pretty good if we allow him to get it up. But I think that needs to happen a little bit later on in the game. I think my best lead here is just leading Turtonator and seeing what this dude wants to do. He's going to lead Galarian Weezing. I don't think this dude knows what he's rocking with, because if you look at this calc, man, against Weezing, say he's offensive here. Look at that KO. We KO 25% right there. We KO most of the time. Fire Blast actually is closer. So I'm going to go for the Flash. I'm going for the Fire Blast. He goes for that Strange Steam. Get out of here, Doug Dimmadome, owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome. You getting out of here, brother. That boy Todd already making a costly mistake staying in on that Specs Turtonator, boy. He goes into Blastoise. That's perfectly fine with me. I can get in Vileplumes. The whole reason I got this boy. He goes for the Shell Smash. Bro, little do you know, I'm a beast. I'm going to go for that Toxic. You ain't KOing. You ain't KOing. Watch this play. Right into the Blastoise. Right back into Vileplume. On the Dark Pulse. Boom, boom, boom. Happening so fast, brother. Happening so fast. Watch this play into the Lucario. Watch this right here. We go to the calc. We checking this against Blastoise. Look at this E-speed doing 37 to 40.1. We need one more turn, baby. Let's get this Blastoise in here on that Scald. Yeah, bro, you already know who it is. You already know who it is. We getting in that Lucario on that Dark Pulse, brother. Oh, he goes for the Surf. Good predict, good predict, good predict. Good freaking predict, man. I'm going to slurpuff on that Dark Pulse. Not very effective. We take 31 from it. That was, I think we played that decent. I don't think we played it perfectly. I honestly did not think he was going to go for a Surf there. But we'll see what this thing wants to do here. He goes in a big fan with the, which is the Rotom. I'm going to go for that. Oh, man, I could have just won the game right there. I could have just won the game. I could have won the game. Dang, man. I'm gonna go straight for the heavy slam. Dang, that didn't do anything. That didn't do nothing. Looks like we're gonna be taking an L in our first game, man. But it's okay. It's okay. Turtonator still put in that work. He still put it in. And that's saying he's not gonna keep putting it in. No. This game's over. This game's over. That's a GG. Man, Rotom fan, man. This team's got some pretty big weaknesses, man. It's got some pretty big weaknesses, I gotta say. So let's catch another game here. Let's catch another one. Hopefully this time we're gonna be taking a dub. I refuse to end this game. I refuse to end this episode until we take a win. If that takes me an hour and a half, bro, so be it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna freaking do it, and that's just how it's gonna be. Let's see here. So we got an interesting team. He's got some webs. He got some rocks. He got a Scarfer. He got a band. He got some rocks there. He got a nice little Noivern up in here. I really like that boy. So let's see what we're going to lead here. I think there were a couple things that we can. I honestly think Lucario is just a good lead straight up because it deals with a lot of stuff on his team. He leads Rhyperior, which I think takes pretty much any hit I want to go for. It depends on what kind it is. Yeah, he just takes everything we want to go for, and I can only assume that he's probably going to end up going for that Earthquake. So I think that Vileplume is probably my best play here on the Earthquake, yeah. And I can go for that Giga Drain. This thing takes a crap ton from Earthquake, man. This thing takes a crap ton from it. He brings in Gardevoir here. We get a crit on it, which is good. I kind of want to check to see Scarf here. I know I already checked this, but I just want to make sure. Yeah, he's KOing at 62 to 74. Sludge picks up the KO, and this is a tough one, man, because he's got a chance to not KO if he's Scarf. If he's Specs, I think he KOs 100% of the time. Is that right? Is that right? Does he KO 100%? Yeah, he KOs 100% of the time if he Specs. Do I just play it safe, man, or do I try to stun? You know what? This is just a little taste. We're just gonna get right here on Crouton ASU. He Specs. Okay, that's fine. Well, you know, you can't say I didn't try. You can't say I didn't try. You cannot say that. You cannot. But Lucario is gonna be doing a lot of damage to this boy anyway. Lucario might just outright KO. Yeah, he does just outright KO with E-Speed. I want to predict and go for the Swords Dance, but I really think he's probably just going to stay in Psychic. If he doesn't, I'd be really surprised. I really just don't feel like he's got a chance to stay in here. Oh, wow, he does switch out into Cobalion, so I definitely had a free play right there. Going for that. And me against Cobalion, man, you going to get one shot, brother. You going to get one shot KO'd. But he does actually outspeed us, so if he's got that close combat, he's going to be doing a lot of damage to us too. So I feel like my best play is going the Turtonator here. As he does just go for the close combat, man. And I can hit up a Fire Blast and something's going down, man. Something's hitting the deck. I'd like to see him bring in Gardevoir, because Gardevoir is definitely something that I gotta keep a lookout for, man. But I honestly don't think he KOs with anything. He goes for that Volt Switch. That's fine with me. And he brings in Araquanid on the Fire Blast. So that's perfectly fine. We get a little bit of damage off on this thing. That's all I really wanted. I think going into Lucario, or I think Blastoise is actually my best play going in here. And I think going for that... actually, I don't know what my best play is here with Blastoise on Araquanid. Let's see here. So it looks like Skull is probably my best play here on him, which is honestly fine. I want to try to get a burn on this boy anyways. Hopefully we do it in the first couple. Hopefully. Because then he ain't going to be able to take anything from my man Turt. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens. Looks like this dude who's got a name that I'm not going to say out loud is taking a little while. We don't get a burn again. I'm going to go for the Rapid Spin. I'm actually perfectly fine with just spinning until he's dead, honestly. Because I feel like I feel like he's going to die before I do. I think he just gets to get up the webs here. So I'm going to go Slurpuff on that. And I'm going to go for the Belly Drum. And I'm going for game, brother. I'm going for game. Like, what is he going to switch? What is he going to bring in to do with this thing? Here we go, baby. Here we go with the Belly Drum. He goes for that Toxic, bro. Man, you already know we got that Facade coming up in here. We already got that Facade up in here. And you already know we outspeeding this boy. Then we get in the Berry Recovery. And then we outspeeding everything else, man. We get Berry Recovery next turn. We straight up chilling, man. What you bringing in? Cobalion. It's a good switch in, because I don't have my berry yet, which really sucks, because I don't have anything super crazy with Slurpuff, so that's really unfortunate. That's really unfortunate, honestly. What do I bring in here for this thing? He goes for the Iron Head, man. Feeling like Lucario, man. I feel like I'm just making like some plays that are just hurting me just a tiny bit, that just leave me in these circumstances where like I can't come back from these things, you know, which I think is really unfortunate. But I really just feel like that's what it is. And like I said, we're gonna keep going until I get a win with this team, because as crap as this team is, man, I'm going to get a win with this thing eventually. I'm going to. I did a challenge for my man Patty Trills and PokeAim MD the other day for LC to OU, and I was able to get KOs on Mons with like no kind of HP. This dude's got a really UU team, man. I hate how many standard teams we coming into, man, because I'm just trying to play some stuff, man. I'm just trying to play some goofballs, bro. That's all I'm trying to do. And we're getting all these fancy people up in here, man. But we got a Haxorus, a Gardevoir, and Incineroar. He got a good little core there. Once again, we don't really have anything for the man sign, but we'll see what happens here. I'm gonna put timer on that boy. Let's see here. I'm thinking a Gigalith lead here makes a lot of sense, because I can tank pretty much anything that Cabalion's going to go for and hit him with an Earthquake, which I feel like is my best play. I feel like he could just go for the Close Combat or for the Iron Head, which I personally think is the better play, considering that you aren't going to be able to kill my Gigalith with a with the Close Combat, and Iron Head has a chance to 2-hit KO, and getting that flinch I think is the better play for him in particular. I know we definitely aren't going to be able to KO this thing in one shot, but you know, we should be able to do a little bit. He actually goes for the rocks, which I think is really interesting there. But I'm going to go for the EQ here, and we're going to be able to take out and actually I feel like going for the Stone Edge is my best play. I don't feel like he's going to stay in here. Yeah, he didn't. He goes into Celebi, which is awesome, and I think we live any hit from Celebi. Let's see here. Let's see if he's UU Nasty Plot. Yeah, man, we live any hit this dude goes for. Even if he specs, we live any hit this dude goes for. And we 100% KO with this. Oh, no, we don't because of the Giga Drain, man. Oh, I was so stupid to not go for the Stone Edge again, man. Man, I was stupid to not go for that again. Oh, well, watch this. Watch this Turtonator. Watch this boy. Watch this boy. Man, but he got that Earth Power, man. Unless he's not running Earth Power Celebi. I feel like I should have been running Air Balloon Turtonator, but that takes away the whole... Dude, look at the Haxorus. Oh, we missing. Oh, no, dude. Oh, dude, that sucks. That straight up sucks, man. That sucks. I don't really need anything for Gigalith anymore, so I feel like we can just kind of sack this thing here on the Haxorus. Probably outraging here. We'll see what happens, though. We'll see what happens. Man, this team sucks, man. All the other teams I made, man, they're pretty good, but I just feel like I went something wrong with this one, man. I feel like I added too many like mediocre mons for this team to be any kind of good. But we're gonna see what this dude goes for. He goes for the EQ. That's honestly fine. I'm gonna get in Blastoise here. I'm gonna go straight for that rapid spin here. Well, real quick, I do want to check something real quick. Because if I go for this against a Haxorus here, let's say that he's banded. And he hits Earthquake for 50%. We hit that. Do we outspeed with 1? No, we don't outspeed with 1. I think Ice Beaming is my play for sure. I think it hits pretty much everything pretty well. So I feel like Ice Beam is probably the best play that we can make here. The biggest worry would be he goes into something like Incineroar on this, but I do not feel like he's going to go Incineroar on this. I feel like he might just let this thing hit me with an EQ. Again, if he's something like if he's Scarfed or if he's Banded. If he's Dragon Dance, I feel like that could be a little bit of an issue, but it doesn't appear that he is. And we actually get a freeze on the Gardevoir, which is honestly really big. Because now I can just go for the Rapid Spin, and I can get in Turtonator a couple more times just for free, you know? I'm going to go for the Vileplume. I actually feel like Vileplume is... No, I think I'm going to go for the Rapid Spin. I feel like getting rocks off the field is really big, honestly. So I feel like going for the Rapid Spin is probably a good play here. As he brings in Celebi, that's perfectly fine. You are not killing me. You are not killing me with an Assault Vest. Yeah, get out of here. I can actually live another one of these. So what you going for this time, man? What you bringing into an Ice Beam this time, my man? Yeah, that's what I thought. Get out of here, Celebi. Get out of here. That was just one thing that was stopping Lucario from sweeping this dude. He brings in the Haxorus now. This thing is a little bit scary for me to deal with. I'm going to go for the Ice Beam here. I figure he's just going to pick up the KO with that EQ, which he does do. And I'm going to go for the Slurpuff here. And I'm going to click the Play Rough, because I feel like he's going to knock me into my berry myself, as he actually goes into Incineroar, and we missed the playoff. So we've had a lot of really bad stuff that's happened so far in this game, but it's okay. We keep rocking. He goes for the Willow. That's perfectly fine. What does he bring in here? Does he bring in Gardevoir? Because I feel like just going for a Draco right now. But Flash Cannoning is my best play if I think he's going to go into Gardevoir. I'm going to go for the Draco. Living on a prayer. And we don't do anything to this man because he knocked off our specs, man. We don't do nothing to this man's. I feel like just sacking Turtonator is probably my best play here, because I don't feel like there's any way that we live in with nothing else. I'm going to go for the Flash Cannon as he goes for another knockoff here. And I feel like I'm just going to go for another Draco, do a good 20%, and get out of here, man. I feel like Flash Canning is just my best play in case he brings in Gardevoir. Thinking I might save this thing, thinking something like that. I'm obviously not going to, because this thing doesn't outspeed nothing on this dude's team. But we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Yeah, he just goes for the knockoff here. That's perfectly fine. And I feel like going Slurpuff and hitting up this Belly Drum is my best play, because I don't know what he's going to want to hit me with, but I know I'm going to be able to hit him hard. And I really hope he does hit me with something. I hope he hits me with a knockoff, honestly. which would be the best play for me. Because, like, at the end of the day, I can win this game with Lucario. I just had to play around Cobalion very, very safely. Well, I do want to check something real quick. So if I get in Lucario, maybe on Mantine or something like that, I get to +2 attack. We're KOing pretty much everything on this dude's team. Let's see. Yeah, we're KOing most stuff on this dude's team. Go for the slurpuff. He gets a burn. Oh, that really sucks. And we don't proc the belly. He goes for the Will-O-Wisp. That's fine. I'm going to go for this. We get the Cobalion out of here, which is the last thing that was standing in the way of my Lucario picking up 1 KO for everything on this man's team. He sacks Cobalion, which I think is really odd. He goes into Haxorus, which I think is fine. He's going to pick up the KO with the EQ. That's fine. And honestly, I think I just lose this game right here. Sage Choice Band. He goes for that EQ. He KOs there. We do 75 to 88%. Does Vileplume live this? Wow, I actually do. That's crazy. I actually do. And I think I just win straight up. I've got to go for the Sludge Wave right here. This is my play. This is my play. If he's smart, he'd bring in Mantine here. But I hope he's not smart today. I hope he's not smart. I need to get this win. Need to make it last. He's only got 30 seconds left too. He could time out. He could time out. 20 seconds. Come on, man. Come on. He goes into Incin. Okay. That is 28. I'm going to go for the Strength Sap. Wait, does he KO? Man, I'm calcing everything right now. Incineroar. Dang, that does KO, man. It has a chance, 68% chance to OHKO. Oh, he times out. Oh my goodness, he times out. Ladies and gentlemen, the man has timed out. And this crap team has taken 2 wins. Now, albeit, they weren't pretty wins by any stretch of the imagination. By any stretch of anyone's imagination, they weren't pretty wins. But they were wins nonetheless. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we've done it. I think this crap team has won a few games, man. If you want to play with this team, I don't know why in God's name you'd want to, but if you want to play with this team and do better than I do, because once again, not a UU master by any stretch of the imagination, it'll be in a Pokepaste down in the description below. Of course, guys, don't forget about my new setup that's starting next Monday. Every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to be rocking with some Road to Master Ball tier with the first episode starting on Monday. Then Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be starting a playthrough of Pokemon Sword and Shield where you can kind of pick in my mind, see what all we rocking with during this time. Starting on Saturday in just a few days. Of course, this episode going up on Friday, and we'll be having one of these Showdown Show-Outs every single day. I'm gonna put that Turtonator up in there in the front picture box of the world, man, for everyone to see on that thumbnail. So you better believe that he put in some work today. Specs Turtonator's great, man. I can we pick something next time? Because you know we did Stunfisk, we did Maractus. I'm gonna pick something next time that's a little bit of speed, so that way he can actually outspeed some stuff, man. But nonetheless, man, I hope you did enjoy this episode. Be sure to leave a like if you did. Leave a comment down below. Let me know who you want to see next time right here on Showdown Show-Out. For now, though, this is Crouton ASU. Fellow and fellettes, I will be catching you guys next time and tomorrow for our first episode of the Sword and Shield playthrough. Peace.